Hey y'all, welcome back to Minutes with Key. I am Kiera and I am so excited that you are here joining me on this video. If it is your first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in. If it is not your first time, welcome back. Y'all know it's about to be a time, okay? We are going to be talking about this 21-day fast that I recently just completed, and we're going to dive deep into what it is to fast, the things that I face, the challenges, and also the perks and the things that I'm currently dealing with at this moment. So I'm just so excited to share it with you all of the things, because listen, y'all, your girl is blessed and I am happy. I'm just so happy. The place that I was in before and the place that I'm in now cannot compare. I'm telling y'all, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. But of course, before we get started, I need you guys to share this video out, comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments after we are done, because I want to give you more, but I want to make sure that you guys are also comfortable and also receptive into what I am sharing out. So let's go. So to give you guys a little background, I decided to start this 21-day fast back in September 1st of 2024, a month ago. I decided to start the fast because I really wanted to just get myself together and closing out 2024 and going into 2025 with a clear mindset. I wanted to let everything go. I wanted God to really deal with me with the three areas of my life that I presented to Him that I felt like I needed, like help and clarity and direction and all of these things, because I was struggling, like, yes, I'm a child of God. Yes, I'm a Christian, but no one on this earth is perfect. I do not claim to be perfect. I will never be claimed to be perfect. All I can really do is just pray to God that, the things that I'm doing on this earth, when He calls me down, that He can say, well done, my good and faithful servant. That's all I want to hear. So again, I'm not perfect, but of course I try, and we all make mistakes. So of course, this is a very safe space. I am very open. I am very transparent. What works for me may not necessarily work for everyone in the world, but I will say that what I did and the things that I believe in, and really just like hearing from God, really praying, really fasting, really reading my word, and just being in worship and just, meditating on scriptures and just spending the whole, all of my time with God. I definitely feel that the things that I did and the things that I went through and the things that I've accomplished so far, even after the fast, has really been a testament to what I had to sacrifice, what I disciplined, and, all of the things that I had to go through to get to this point. So I definitely believe that, one, God is real, and two, God is a forgiving God. He's a loving God. He's a caring God. And I'm so happy. I'm so excited to be in this space now. So I'm going to be very open. I'm going to be very transparent. And I just welcome you into my world. And I pray and I hope that you guys are blessed from this video, because I am blessed. And of course, I want to spread love. Okay. So I decided to do a 21-day fast back in September, a month ago, September 1st of 2024. I decided to do this fast because back in November of 2023 and all the way up until March of 2024, I was in a really, really, really bad place. Like, believe it or not, y'all, I was in such a bad place. Like, I was down bad. When you talk about high functioning depression, and no one knows, like, when you're used to being that quote unquote strong friend that everybody is just so like, oh, Kiera has this or she has that and her life is just so perfect, and she's a flight attendant and she's an author and she's a life coach and she's doing all of these things on her platforms and her brands and her this and her that. High functioning depression is real. Okay, that's a whole nother video. We're gonna get into that later because I want you guys to get this. But so I was in a really, really down place from November all the way up until March. I had lost my computer. I lost my car. I had no food in my refrigerator. I had no money. I probably only had like $16 in my bank account. $16 in my bank account to my name, y'all. It was extremely, extremely bad. To be honest, I was not with the right crowds of people out in those moments. And, at that time, I will say that I felt like God kept on trying to tell me and pull me and give me signs, and He would take away this and take away that, and I still wouldn't get it. So I felt when I was going through that, when I was in that really, really down season, that was like, God, like, girl, I need your attention. A lot of times we go through things, and when we go through things, we don't really understand why we're going through them while we're in it until we come out of it. Then we're like, oh, okay, now I understand why I had to go through that, because it brought me out, or I got this from it. Or God is really like, yo, I need your attention. Like, you don't want to listen to me. You don't want to take heed to what I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to move you from here to that place. I'm going to start taking things that you love, taking things that you care about. And then you really going to sit your behind down and be like, you know what? I surrender. That was me, y'all. That was really, really me at that moment. So when I lost my computer, I literally lost everything, y'all. I'm an author, as I told you guys. I'm also a writer. So I was currently writing, and I lost a lot of that work because my iCloud is like all the way filled. Like, I don't know, y'all. Let me know if Apple be taking all this money from y'all, because they be robbing me on the low. Like, I don't know. I'm tired of it's like $10 here, $5 here. And I'm like, come on, Apple. Like, especially when you your last little bit of money left, and they taking that out the account. I needed that for my gas. Okay, listen, I'm telling y'all. So lost all of my work back in November when I lost my computer, just to turn around and lose my car. So okay, the computer is one thing. I'll try to make some extra money. I'll do some Amazons here and there. And that's what I'm doing. I'm really being transparent with y'all. I was doing Amazons to try to make some more money, to make some extra money, to, buy myself a new computer. A month later, my car completely just goes out. When I tell y'all I was without my car, that means I can't get to work. That means I have to depend on my parents and my two closest friends to give me rides to and from the airport, and that's far. Like, and being a flight attendant, like, your schedule fluctuates. It's not just like a set time where you're having a 8 to 5. No disrespect to the 8 to 5s, but our schedules and the way it works, it's literally like sometimes I'm at work at 4 a.m. Sometimes I have to go to work at 10. Sometimes I have to go to work at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Sometimes I have to go to work at 9 o'clock to catch to take the night flights or whatever the case may be. It's not a set schedule. So that was extremely hard. And also having to depend on my two friends and my parents, who also work full-time jobs and they have their own lives. So that was a lot in itself. Not only not being able to get to work, but here I am. My bank account is very, very low. And I was, like I said, I was using my car to try to make more money to do, Amazon runs to get a new computer. But I have no car to even do Amazons to make any extra money to get a computer, let alone have some food in my refrigerator. So y'all, it was extremely hard in those months. And like I said, this video is about fasting, but I wanted to give you guys a little bit of background on why I decided to do this fast at this point in time in my life. I will go deeper if you guys want that in another video of what that process was like, but I'm just trying to give you guys a little bit of a backstory on why I decided to do this fast. Again, everything ended in March. So it was from November all the way up until March, where it was just like really, really bad. Fast forward, I got my car back in March, the end of March. So now we're going into April. Okay. So I get my car back. I think I'm feeling myself at this point, right? I'm like, all right, it's April. It's about to be summertime soon. Like, God, I'm outside. I was down all of these months. Granted, I don't have my computer or no work, but you know what? Your girl gonna bounce back sooner or later. So I'm outside this summer. I'm laughing because little do I know, like, when you literally tell God what it is that you're going to do or what you want or how you think things are going to go, He literally laughs in your face. Like, I'm not saying He just laughs at you, but He laughs, because it's just so funny how you tell God how your life is going to go, and then He humbles you. Because I thought me getting my car back, everything was just going to be fine and dandy, and it's summertime and I'm outside. And guess what, y'all? I thought wrong. From March, when I got my car back, and I'll go into what that process was like during that time, but I want to really get this fasting out. So from March all the way up until July, I was like, you know what, God? All right, it's summertime. I am going to give you all of me, right? But it's summertime. I'm like, I'm going to give you all of me, all of me. I'm not going out. I'm going to stay down. All I'm going to do is work. It's summertime. I don't mind missing things. Like, I'm older now. I'm 29 years old. So I don't need to be outside. I already did all that outside stuff. But then when summer really, really hit me and the group chats was popping and I seen the popping party flyers, I'm like, oh no, I can't miss this. Like, I cannot miss these parties. I need to be here. Not me. Like, I need to be here. I can't be missing stuff. Sorry, y'all. My these glasses. But anyway, I'm like, I can't be missing stuff. When I thought that I was really going to sit down and surrender during the summertime when like outside was popping, I had another thing coming. I got my car back in March, like I told you guys. But then, like I said, the summertime came and I was like, you know what? I'm outside. I'm not missing another thing. I done sat down for these last couple of months. God done took everything from me. I got my car back. I'm outside. Forget that staying down for the summer, working and all that. Like, one thing I will say, we have this tendency where, especially us young millennials, like, oh my God, if you do this, then I'll do this. I promise if you do this, I'll do this. And that was me. And one thing about it, yes, God is a forgiving God, but not when you start to take advantage of it. He will literally like strip you of everything. Like, and that's where I was at. So during that time in the summertime, I was just partying, even though I told God that I was going to sit out and really just like, focus on Him and just go to work and that's it. I don't need summertime. But when things started to change, things got really bad once again. He gave me my car back and I thought I had it all. I still didn't have my computer back, but I thought I had it all. Granted, I don't have my computer back, but it's okay. I can make myself some more money. I can go out and hang out with my friends. I don't necessarily have to kind of like ask my parents to take me here, ask my parents to take me there, borrow their cars, or ask my friends for a ride. I'm free. I can do this. I can start to do Amazons again. And I'm just literally telling God all of these things that I'm going to do. And it's so funny when you try to tell God what it is that you're going to do with your life and how you're going to run things or how things are going to go. And He just laughs in your face and then it humbles you. So here I'm at a point where I'm like, all right, I'm coming out of my bad season. Everything isn't all perfect, but it isn't all bad either. So I'm thinking I kind of like, I can do this. I can straddle the fence a little bit. And I feel like as Christians, that's what we do. We try to straddle the fence a little bit where we feel like it's like one foot in and one foot out. And God is like, no, I need all of you. Like, either you're going to give me all of you or you're going to give me nothing. You're not going to play these games with me. And like I said, sometimes, when you're going through life and you trying to think that you have it all figured out, like, God will really humble you and show you, like, no, you don't. You don't. And that's where I was at. And I'm just thinking that everything is just all good. Everything is just, fine because I got my car back. But then, y'all, the people that I was hanging out with weren't all the right people that I should have been hanging out with. Like, they weren't all good. They weren't really, really bad people, but they just weren't for me. And that's something that we have to realize as well too. Like, just because people aren't for you doesn't mean that they are bad people. They just aren't for you. And it may not necessarily be your season, and that is okay. Like, it's okay to have certain friends in certain seasons and certain friends for this or certain friends for that, but not all the time, not everywhere, not, no, none of that. So the friends that I was hanging around weren't necessarily good for me in that season that I was in, because I was coming out of a bad season. I was trying to go from bad all the way to great. And God is like, no, it's levels to this. So I was humbled by that. And what I thought my summer was going to look like, it did not look like that. So again, here I am like, God, I think I'm doing all of the right things. I'm trying to work. I'm still trying to have this balanced social life where I'm getting money. I'm trying to pay my bills. I'm trying to get caught up. I'm trying to hang out with my friends. I'm trying, like, doing all of these different things. And God is just like, I never even told you to do any of that. As soon as you thought that you got your car back, that you were just going to be up here, I have to show you that you still need me. And I had to realize that. It hurt my heart, but it just was like, you know what, God, like, okay, like, how many times do you want to continue to try to think that you're going to do things your way and think that everything is going to work out? Like, no, you need me. I'm going to remind you that you need me. And y'all, that really just like set me back. So here I am. We're going into, let's say, August, right? and it's summer's ending, everybody's going back to school. Like, I'm a flight attendant, so of course my stuff still fluctuates. It doesn't matter, I don't have a summer, I work all summer, all winter, whatever. But everybody's going back to school, everybody's going back to work if you were off for this summer, and things are starting to change again. So I'm in a place where I'm like, you know what? All right, God. Like, I thought that I wanted to do things my way, but it's still not hitting for me. Like, yes, I can make money, but I still feel like I'm pinching here and there. And I don't want that. You know what? God's plan for us is to prosper us. And what we think we want our lives to look like, it may not necessarily look like that, but God does give us free will. And it's our choice to really make the God-given decision on what aligns with our life. And that means not just making the decision and running with it, but actually thinking about something, taking it to God, presenting it to Him, first cleaning your heart, making sure that you're coming to Him. How is your heart posture when you're coming to Him? And I had to realize that, like, all right, God, I have these ideas in my head. What does it look like for you? How do I show up in these seasons? How do I respond? How do I react? How do I do all of the things that you want me to do? Like, fill me up. I had to get to that point of emptiness, of brokenness, of really just surrendering and being like, you know what? All right, I keep failing. I need to do it your way. You have to show me. And it's okay to go to God and say, God, like, I need your help. Like, I don't have it all together. If you want me to do things your way, show me. And that's what I had to do, because I'm like, you know what? Clearly my way ain't working. Clearly it's not going to work. So I'm coming to you. I'm telling you the things that I want. If they align with your perfect will, I know that it will happen. So be it. But at the same time, can you help me? Because I don't know what to do. So I really got into that place in August, and I was like, you know what? Because I am so tired of struggling, because I'm so tired of, like, asking my friends for money or trying to make, live this life and make things look great, but inside I'm really hurting. I'm tired of being that strong person, that strong friend, that strong family member, when I know that I'm really, really dealing with so much, and it's just so hard being me. So I was like, you know what, God, what do I need to do? And I sat in that for about 2 weeks, right? So it was coming to the end of August, and I was like, you know what? It was August 27th, and God was like, you need to fast. Like, I kept on, watching different sermons, watching different sermons, and church things online, and worshiping and praying. And I was really trying to get into a place where I really heard God clearly, and God is like, you know what, you need to fast. I watched one of Sarah Jake's sermons, and she was like, the only way to really come out of something is to fast and pray. And I was like, you know what, that's what I'm gonna do. I said, for September, I am going to do a 21-day fast where I'm going to shut out everything. When I say friends, going out, partying, you name it, like, I'm going to shut down from everything. Just 21 days. If I could sacrifice just 21 days to God, I want to see what will happen. And I'm like, I literally went into this fast trying to think about what it was that I was going to get out of this fast. And once again, me thinking that I'm going into this fast thinking of what I can get out of that fast, that was also another thing that humbled me. That was also another thing that broke me down, because here I am again. I'm like, God, all right, I say I'm going to do this fast. I want this. September 1st is starting. I'm going to read more. I'm going to watch a sermon every day. I'm going to not get on social media. I'm only going to talk to about a few of my friends. And even those conversations are going to be very, very, very limited. It's September 3rd. I'm on my third day, and I'm just like, God, like, all right, I need answers. Like, I'm coming to you. I'm praying. I want to see some changes by the end of this week, to later not only find out in like the second week of my fast that it wasn't what I was going to get out of it, but however, it was something that changed on the inside of me during the fast. I realized in my second week of the fast that I had to change my heart posture, that I had to change my way of thinking, to really come out of this fast to say, you know what, even if I don't get what it is that I think I want in my head, my heart is changed. My mindset is changed. Like, when I think about closing out the last quarter of 2024, I want to go into 2025 with a changed positive mindset, a changed heart, a renewed spirit, all of these great things, to be able to handle what I'm asking God for. Because even if I'm asking God for these things, I might mishandle what I'm asking Him for. So it's like, yes, you can ask for the new car. You can ask for the new laptop. You can ask for the new business venture. You can ask for the new friendships. You can ask for the relationship, whatever it is that you're asking God for. Are you really ready? Are you prepared? And it wasn't until I realized that all of the things that I was going through throughout this whole year, it was really preparing me for what I'm asking God for. Because right now, I would have never even thought or imagined the things that I went through would help me to understand where I am today. And now I'm grateful and I'm thankful for those moments, because had he not taken my car, with me hanging out with the wrong people, I could have lost everything, y'all. It was really bad. Like I said, this video was about fasting, so I don't want to go into too much detail about that process, like those couple of months while I was down. But had I not gone through that, I would have literally, like, I was spiraling and I didn't even see it. I didn't even know it because I was in it. Again, like I said, when you're in something, you don't realize it until you come out and you're like, oh my God, thank you for your grace and mercy. That's where I was at. Granted, I lost my computer and lost a lot of my work, but I was able to rebuild. I was able to go back into my business and say, okay, God, how do you want me to show up? What does the key journey look like moving forward? Things are changing. And I trust that because they are changing, that you're going to lead me and you're going to guide me down the right path for whatever it is that you want. Because when it is my time, when you're ready to call me home, all I want to hear is, well done, my good and faithful servant. That is enough for me, So all of these things that I was going through leading up into this point of me fasting was preparation for this fast. So now that I am done and now that it is complete, I'm grateful. Now that all of the things that I have now, I'm like, you know what, God, it makes sense. Like, you had to prepare me for this. You had to develop me. I was in a season of preparation. I was in a season of transition and I didn't even know it. So sometimes we just have to be obedient. Sometimes we have to go through things that we don't understand. Sometimes we have to go through things that does not make sense, but it's worth it. The rewards are going to be worth it if you trust God and if you obey. Yes, if you obey, even when it doesn't make sense, even in times of uncertainty. I wanted to give you guys a little background on why I decided to do the 21-day fast and what led me up into this point. In the next videos, we are going to dive deeper and discuss the challenges that I faced and also the perks, the disciplines, the sacrifices, the ups, the downs, you name it. We're going to talk about it all in the next videos. If you have not already, please, please, please like, subscribe, comment, let me know your thoughts, share this out with your friends, your families, your loved ones. Again, as I stated before, what may work for me may not work for everybody in the world, but I am just sharing my journey and my experience in hopes to help, to encourage, to educate you along your way in fasting. Such a safe space. The more transparent that I am, the more transparent that you are, the more that we can come together and create a community that it's okay for healing. It is okay for growth. It is okay for, you know, non-perfection, because nobody's perfect. It is okay to be real. It is okay to be a child of God. It is okay to live your life. It is okay to, choose yourself and continue to do the things that you want to do, but still being able to be mindful. I will see you guys on the next video. It's Key, Minutes with Key. I love y'all.